Hello, welcome back. My name's Bonnie and this is Happy Space Creates. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these adorable reusable snack bags. I thought with the kids going back to school this week, what a great time to show you how to get this done. These are fantastic. You can use them for lots of things at home, pack lunch boxes, long journeys, car rides. We actually use ours for dog treats. So I'm going to be making tons of these this afternoon and I thought I would show you. So this is the reusable snack bag. This is the small size, so you can make this out of an A4 piece of paper, which is why I thought I'd show you today. If you do want to make them larger, you will need a larger piece of paper, and I will drop down the sizes for you in the description box below. These are great. They are a little envelope size and they have got a waterproof lining, so they are wipe clean, or you can pop them in the washing machine if you want to. You can use them for fruit, nuts, seeds, carrot sticks, like I said, dog treats. So if you would like to make one, stay tuned. Now for your project, you will need any woven cotton fabric so that this doesn't have a stretch in it. I have quite a selection of prints to choose from, so you can have some fun with this. You will also need a waterproof lining. This is ripstop. So I purchased mine on Amazon for $3.99 a metre. As you can see, you don't need an awful lot, so you will get a lot of snack bags out of that 1 metre purchase. The next thing you will need is a ruler. You will also need pencil and paper to make your template. You will of course need your sewing machine and a selection of pins, and you will also need a small amount of Velcro. So you're going to grab your pencil and your ruler, and we're using a normal A4 piece of paper here to make our template. I already have one of these cut out already, but I'm just doing this for the purpose of the video. So we're just going to be measuring 19 centimetres across because we want to be making a rectangle shape. So we're just going to put some markings on this paper and trim this down. Now this is for the small size snack bag. I will put some other measurements down below in the description box if you would like to make a larger size. I'm just doing this one because it perfectly fits on an A4 piece of paper. If you would like to make bigger snack bags, you will need a bigger piece of paper. So I'm now going to just trim that edge off. I've just drawn a line there. Now what this is going to do, it's going to give us a nice rectangular shape. So let's get cutting. Now, you've got your template there all ready to go. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to play around with this piece of paper and figure out where you want your fold to be. So I usually break mine up into sort of a little flap over the top. So I'm going to fold it to where I think the depth of the snack bag I would like. So I'm just going to fold it there. And then you're left with this little bit at the top. Now, this is going to be your flap over. So that looks like a beautiful little envelope shape. And then you've got your lid, and then you've got your actual cavity. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to mark with my pencil where I would like my flap to be. Now, if you want the science behind it, you can measure this. Just for reference, this is 6 centimetres down. So you've got 6 centimetres. Just make sure that folds even. And then this gap is, let me just measure it for you, 12 centimetres. So you've got two 12 centimetre sections here, and then you've got a 6 centimetre gap there. So that is going to be your snack bag. So now we have got a template. You can get cutting on your fabric, and I'll join you back here in a second. So welcome back. Now you have your 2 pieces of fabric cut out. You should have 1 woven piece and 1 of your lining ripstop fabric. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sew these 2 sides together. They're going to be right sides facing, so we're going to make sort of like a little pocket. Now what I would say is your fabric is going to make an envelope, so you want to make sure that when you fold it together, you're going to have the pattern facing upwards. So we're going to do it this way. As you can see, my bumblebees will be facing upwards. So that's how I'm going to sew it out. And I have marked the little fold there. So flip it over, right sides together we need, and we're going to pin all the way around, and we're going to leave a little gap at the top, just here, so that we can turn it the right side round. So, bear with me. Okay, that is all pinned. Now don't forget to leave a little gap at this top here. So I'm actually going to start here to remind me to finish. So take it to your sewing machine. I'm using 1/5 of an inch as my seam allowance. I'm just going to turn at the edges, and I'm just using a regular straight stitch for this. I just take it nice and slow towards those corners, just to make sure I don't go over the edge, and just to make sure I get it nice and even both sides. Just the last corner now. And remember, we're just going to stop at this pin right here. So what we're left with here, what we're going to do is we're just going to clip those corners slightly. Not too much. You want to make sure that you're not going anywhere near the stitching, but you want to just remove the bulk from those edges there. Just tidy that up. I do have a handy little desk bin, which I use quite often for my scraps. I'll link that in the description below as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this right way round. Now, we can't iron this because the lining is a plastic type fabric, so you're just going to have to smooth it out with your hands and make sure you get right into those corners and push those out. If you have a corner pusher or like a pencil or something, I tend to manage just with my fingers absolutely fine. Give all the seams a little roll. Now if you're struggling to get those corners out, just grab a pin and just ease that out. Just pull it a little, just to get that sharp corner. Lovely. So you now want to push all the air out of it, and you're left with this little opening at the top here. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to stitch that closed, okay? So just tuck everything in all neatly, and just pop a pin in the middle just to make sure that it stays nice and neat. And we're just going to sew just along that gap just to close it, okay? And then just back stitch. Lovely. So I have just trimmed off all the loose threads from my snack bag, and now what we're going to do is we're going to sew on the Velcro. So this is just some hook and loop Velcro. I'm using a scrap here, so this is only 5.5 centimeters. I would probably do it a little bit longer, but I just want to make most of the scraps that I already have. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this now and make sure that our bumblebee pattern is facing upwards. So you would do this with your pattern as well. So that looks about right as to where we would fold it, and we just want to put a little mark as to where we think it should be in the middle. So I think about there. Obviously we're going to put this on the inside, so I'm just going to pop a little pin in the center here just to secure it, and then I'm just going to put, I'm sure there is a science to finding the middle, but I'm just going to do it by eye. Okay, that looks about right. So we're just going to pin that in the center there as well. A little tip from me is that I like to have the, I don't know what this is, the fuzzier side of the Velcro slightly longer than my loop side of the Velcro, just to make sure it sticks fully the whole way, because then you do get a little bit of leeway if they are off. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that one side of your Velcro is attached to the lining side, and that one side of your Velcro is attached to your pattern. So when you unravel it, it will look like this. So one piece of Velcro on the pattern facing side, and on the opposite end, you want your Velcro on the lining side. Okay, so let's get stitching. 6. So that Velcro is all attached. So just trim off your loose ends. And I like to double stitch my Velcro as well, just because this is going to be like ripping open again and again. So you want to make sure it's nice and secure. So once you've trimmed off all those loose ends, next is time to sew up the sides. So it should be fairly obvious now which way up your snack bag goes, because you should have the Velcro at the top there. So you want to fold it up here, and then you just want to make sure that you've got that nice flat folding over. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to pin it down these sides here, and that is the last stage. So I'm just going to do that. Now I also have this cute little handmade ribbon, so I'm just going to fold that over and put that in the side seam also, just because I want people to know that I made it. Lovely, so that's all pinned down the side, so let's get stitching. Now we're going to trim off your loose threads. And there you have it. You have got one reusable snack bag. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. If you have liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a little subscribe, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye! Thanks for watching.